What's up everyone, TJ Fitness The News Reviews, and together with me today is the MYOBLOX LOCO Pre Workout. Listen people, I'm gonna take you through the label, tell you what's in it and what makes this one special. Then I'm gonna take you through my personal experience using this one over the last 10 days on and off. Right towards the end of the video, of course, I'm gonna give you my final verdict should you care. Let's get right into it. They've been around for 5-6 years. I really only noticed them over the last 6 months or so. And the positioning of this one, we're living in a world where most companies position themselves by hardcore, zombie apocalypse, crazy clowns, psycho pharmas, whatever. MYOBLOX is more of like the Gucci of supplements. That's the way that this thing is positioned. So it's a premium, high-end, Gucci-like supplement line. And really, when you feel the products, when you hold them in your hands, they feel Gucci. Really, look at the design. This is the special edition, by the way. Every 3 months or so, they manufacture like a special edition, limited quantities of this is the ELA, the amino acid product. But by the way, cool names. ELA, LOCO, Rubix, they have like just cool names. The design is unbelievable. I can tell you, these are the nicest products I've ever held in my hand as far as supplements. It feels so high-end. Also, like the texture of the label, it's not just like the way it looks, like when you touch it, it's sort of engraved. It's just beautiful, beautiful. So really, as far as the premiumness of this line, there's 3 things or 4 things that make it really different. One is, like I said, just the design and the way that they present themselves. That's one. The second thing is that you're gonna see in the ingredient list, they have this blocks ingredient, which is proprietary to them. There's a lot of research, I don't know if research, but a lot of text on it on their site. Basically, think about it as something that brings all the ingredients that you put in any type of supplement and makes it better absorbed in your body and more effective. It's like super expensive. You need like 1,000 grams of eggs to produce 100 milligrams of this thing. It's the egg embryo. Anyway, read through it if you want to, but that's the story behind it. So you're gonna see these blocks all the way through their product line, and that's why they're called MYOBLOX. And the third thing that makes this stuff premium or different is the pricing, but I'm gonna talk about that in the end. Okay, listen, as far as the label, this is a half proprietary label, so half is transparent and the steam package is actually proprietary, which I know and you know we don't like. And great, if the product works, then great, but we still want to know what's in our body. I did call the company, I said, listen people, we don't like prop labels, at least tell me how much caffeine is in it. And they actually were, kind enough to tell me that there's 200 milligrams of caffeine per scoop here. So I actually can reverse engineer most of the label here right now, and I'm going to share with you what I think is in here as far as quantities. And I might be off, but I'm not off by a lot. So listen, as far as scoop size, as far as servings, so each tub here has 38 servings. 38, not 40, not 20, not 30, 38, which again, like I said, everything they do at MYOBLOX is different. So 38 servings. As far as what they say you should be taking, it's between 1 and 2 scoops, okay? So if you're taking 1 scoop, you have 38 servings. If you're taking 2 scoops, you have 19 real servings with 400 milligrams per serve of caffeine. Anyway, as far as the label itself, so you're gonna see it has 2 parts to it. The transparent part is more about the endurance and muscle power and recovery, where you have, and this is gonna be funky again, per 1 scoop you have 3 grams of betaine, 2.5 grams of beta-alanine, and 1.5 grams of taurine, 1 gram of glycerol. So think about it like that. If you're actually going to go 2 scoops, right, then you're gonna get 6 grams of betaine for muscle power, ATP production, muscle protein synthesis. That is a lot. That is way overdosed over the what's called the scientific dose. The biggest challenge for some of you might be that 2 scoops is 5 grams of beta-alanine. You're gonna tingle your ass. So it's a very interesting choice of the amount of ingredients. Definitely if you're gonna say, hey, you can take 2 scoops of this thing, but that's what's in it. As far as pumps, you have the muscle volumizer glycerol at 2 grams. If you take 2 scoops, 1 gram. It's not a lot as far as pumps. And I'm gonna share with my personal experience, I didn't get a lot of pumps from this thing. They do have a separate pump product called Blow. And so I guess this is mostly around the steams and muscle power and endurance. Okay. Let's talk about the steam package. So the steam package in 1 scoop comes to 2 grams, 2 scoops, or let's say 1.5 scoops comes to 3 grams. As far as what you have in it, so like I said, like I mentioned, you have real calf here at 200 milligrams. Real calf is the better version of caffeine compared to caffeine anhydrous that you'll see in most products. It's smoother, it hits you nicer, it's just a better feeling with real calf. 200 milligrams. There's acetyl-L-tyrosine, my guess is 500 milligrams for 1 scoop. Then you get synephrine, my guess is about, then you get Araya gerenesis, my guess is around 100 milligrams for 1 scoop. You know, it's a mood elevator, focus element. Then you have synephrine, halostachin, hygenamine, and that blocks thing. So synephrine, halostachin, and hygenamine, that is a very powerful combination. I mean, hygenamine and halostachin are promoted by supplement manufacturers. Both hygenamine as the next generation DMAA, halostachin as the next generation ephedra. Both of them are less powerful than DMAA or ephedra, but are very close from a chemical structure perspective. Synephrine you've seen in other pre-workouts. It's a strong thermogenic and stimulant. So my guess is per 1 scoop you're going to be getting probably like 30 milligrams of synephrine, probably around 30 milligrams of halostachin, and probably 30 milligrams or 25 milligrams of hygenamine. Double that or 1.5 scoop that. That is a super powerful package when it comes to stimulants. And that's it. I still don't like the fact it's a proprietary label, even though I probably guessed it right now. Anyway, let's talk about the experience. And this is the other element where this is really unique. I found my sweet spot at 1.5 scoops, which is not surprising. Even before I knew it's 200 milligrams of caffeine, I really felt good with 1.5 scoops. So that's like 300 milligrams of caffeine, probably like 150 milligrams or 200 milligrams of Araya, and 1 gram of tyrosine, and around 4 grams of beta-alanine, which I'm okay with beta-alanine tingling. For some of you, that might be a problem. Like if 1 scoop wouldn't be enough for you as far as stimulants, then probably 1.5 scoops might be too much for you, and definitely 2 scoops as far as tingling. If you love the beta-alanine tingling, then 1.5 scoops was just okay for me. At 1.5 scoops, let's talk about the flavor. This is really different. So listen, I have the Jolly Pop flavor. The flavor itself is not different. The texture is, I think, the first time I had a pre-workout that is actually creamy. It is a very different experience. Like if you take this with like 8 ounces of really cold water, it is the most unique flavor I've had in a pre-workout. It is creamy. You need to try it. I can't even explain. You have to try it. Let's talk about the actual experience, because this is what we are here for. I like Loco. Listen, I didn't have a lot of expectations, but because it's Gucci, right? It's a Gucci pre-workout. But listen, this Gucci pre-workout is a good pre-workout. The energy kick is fast, like you get it in about 10 minutes and you start tingling and you get the energy. It's super smooth. There's no rush and there's no crash. I mean, it's super smooth. The focus is really good. There's an element of mood elevation that I really like. It is not the most powerful mood elevation I ever had, but it is very apparent. You feel good during your workout. I really like the feeling I got with this thing. It's a prolonged energy. I mean, I can see myself easily, which I've done, work out for about 2 hours, just feeling good, feeling energized, getting that tingling. That tingling also lasted for about an hour. I really like the experience as far as energy. As far as pumps, like I said, there's not a lot of elements here beyond the glycerol, and you really don't get any extra pump. You'll get the pump that you get from your workouts. You get some muscle volumization, but that's it. There's not a lot of pumps. It's very smooth. I mean, the best experience, just like the flavor is super smooth and creamy, the experience is super smooth and creamy. You know what? That's my summary for this one as far as experience. It is smooth and creamy. Really, I like it. It's a good pre-workout. Now, as far as pricing, this is it's Gucci, right? It's a Gucci pre-workout. So the list price is $50 for the tub here. If you're going for the 1.5 scoop, which I went through, so it's 26 servings for $50. That's not cheap. That is probably too expensive for most of you guys. But if some of you are buying Gucci and you want a Gucci pre-workout, then you're gonna go and pay for it. But obviously we're Fitness Deal News. I already found it, and there's not gonna be a lot of deals that we'll find about it because this brand, again, like it's a Gucci, but I already saw it, and I'll link to it below. I can't remember the site even, but I already saw it where you can get this one for like $37. So you know, $37 for the 26 serve, that's around where you expect to see these high-end pre-workouts, right? 25 to 30 servings, $30 to $40. That's where the high end is, and this is where this one fits. So that's it for that. So listen, I like it. I like Loco, and definitely it was worth it to touch this thing. Anyway, people, if this video was helpful in your pre-workout decision-making process, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to see more reviews like this, because this is what we do here. We go loco, so you don't have to take the risk and buy something you don't know what it does. And if you want to save money on Loco, MYOBLOX, or any other product out there, I'm gonna link to it below. We're Fitness Deal News. We find the deals, we compare prices, you save money.